What is up, legends? It's Scion. We're back, and we're gonna do a character profile. This time it's gonna be on QiQi, which it looks like QiQi, but it's QiQi because that's just how weird it gets between Chinese and the English pronunciation. But yeah, all right. So QiQi is a support melee character. She has a lot of interesting things about her. But she's actually the backbone of my team. QiQi is pretty much the DPS, but she keeps everybody alive when things don't go right or I'm trying to learn to fight. And that's just like pretty how good she is. She's a tank, she's a DPS, she's a support, healer, all in one character. Now, as far as her normal attacks and what she does, she's kind of similar to QiQi, but let's go first into all of her stuff. Now you see I have her at level 70 right now. Her friendship's almost up to friendship 5. These are her stats overall that I have for her. Overall 17k on HP, just 1 point under 1,000 on attack. Defense is at 869, elemental mastery is 32, and max stamina 240. This is the weapon I'm using. I tried different weapons, but I like this one because I just like the whole energy recharge with her to get back her specials quickly, because I need her to do that. You're gonna see why in a second. And it gives crits have a small chance to generate elemental particles, which will regenerate energy for the character. It can occur, only again the synergy, making her recharge her stuff faster. Artifacts, and here's why. We're using the Exile. The Exile 2-piece energy recharge, so like literally we have like 60-70% energy recharge. Then using the elemental burst regenerates 2 energy for the other party members every 2 to 6 seconds. 2 seconds for 6 seconds. The effect cannot stack. Now, the reason why I was going for whole energy recharge type of thing is because this character is not a DPS character per se. You can DPS and take down bosses with her by herself. You don't even have to have anybody else, but it's going to take you a while because she's just not built scaling that way. She's really support, and she's supposed to help your team and kind of just be out there to facilitate and keep people alive long enough to get your teammates back up to health. So what you can do is you can kind of cheese with her, and I'm going to explain that in a second. Here's a Constellation. Of course, I only got her 1 time, so if I ever get her again, there's going to be some good stuff. When Herald of Frost hits the enemy marked by Fortune Telling Preserving Talisman, QiQi generates, QiQi regenerates 2 energy, which I kind of don't even really need that with the way that I have her built. Frozen to the Bone, QiQi's normal attacks against cryo affected effect increased by 15%, which is okay, but again, she's not a DPS character. So Ascendant Praise increases the level of Adeptus Art for Preserver of Fortune by 3, which is pretty good. Divine Suppression, targets marked by Fortune Teller and Preserving Talisman have their attack decreased by 20%, which is good on bosses or a really hard elite or something like that. Crimson Lotus Bloom increases the level of Adeptus Art and Herald of Frost by 3. The maximum upgrade is 15, which is also good. Rite of Passage, using Adeptus Art Preserver revives all nearby fallen enemies and regenerates 50% of their HP. This effect occurs only once every 15 minutes. This is absolutely ridiculously OP, but good luck getting 6 more QiQi after you already got your original. That's 7 QiQi that you have to get to actually even get to this point. So good luck with that. Even Whalen, good luck with that. Let's go to talents. Now her normals, the only problem with me with these particular normals is that she uses the same thing that my other girl uses, that QiQi uses, so she's falling behind right now when it comes to that, but I'll get her up there. The main thing we want to pay attention to is the Herald of Frost. Now, when you actually have the Herald of Frost out, which is the little ice orbs around her, when QiQi hits a target with her normal or charged attack, she regenerates HP for all party members. Now, it's not... I want to make this clear. It's not like a regenerate that just does it by itself. You actually have to hit somebody, or even if you hit them blocking, or you hit them in an immune state, as long as she's actually hitting them, you still regenerate the health for the character. And the healing scales based off of QiQi's attack, which is the more attack that you have on her, the higher she's going to heal. It regenerates HP for the current character at regular intervals, which is just her herself, and follows the character around dealing cryo damage to enemies. It just spins around and does a little cutesy thing. Alright, so Adeptus art. QiQi releases the Adeptus power sealed within her body, marking all nearby enemies with Fortune Preserver Talisman. Deals cryo damage. It's like an AoE nuke around her. It's pretty good. It doesn't do that big of damage, but the cool thing about it is it puts the talisman up on the enemies, and when any of the other characters hit the enemies, they heal. Like for me, it's between 25 to 3,000. So if you have somebody who's dying, you can throw this out and mark a few enemies, even AoE, and you can bring the other character in, and they're like full heal like right away as long as they hit the enemy, which is pretty nice. When a character is under life prong about this, when a character is under attack, effects of Hail of Frost triggers elemental reaction. Their incoming healing bonus increased by 20%. It's pretty nice. When a glimpse of the Arcanum, when QiQi hits an enemy with her normal charge attack, she has a 50% chance to apply Fortune Preserving Talisman for 6 seconds, which is really nice. So you just pretty much put this talisman out. So again, you can actually have this out without even using the skill. But if you use the recharge build, you literally can have it out whenever you want. So control. And then the former life memories display the location of all nearby unique resources of Liu, which is pretty much putting the hand thing on the map, which is
go somewhere
that thing right
cooler.
above me. There's something over here. Let's see what it is. Now, just like QiQi, QiQi has hidden tech, and I'll explain that in a second. It's not as in depth. All right, so it's just this. It's not as in depth as QiQi's is. However, still very useful. Now, as far as her attacks are slower, as you can see. And when she swings out, she moves forward and a horizontal arc, where as far as QiQi moves forward and vertical, as you can see. Now, what this does is it hits everything around her, which is a little bit more OP than what QiQi does, but she's not as fast. Now, she doesn't have very good animation cancel, but she can animation cancel, so you can make use of it. And the combo string, like you can pretty much do this, tag out and go into her, and back and forth like that. But again, her stuff is a bit slower, so you're not going to be able to get away with the same stuff that you get away with QiQi. However, you can still animation cancel other stuff. You kind of don't really need to with her because she stays grounded. She doesn't disappear, she doesn't do anything wild, and all of her attacks they home in on the enemy. So as long as you're facing towards one enemy, even if you go over here like this, she's going to turn towards the enemy, which this is kind of like her tech a little bit. She has 360 tech. As far as QiQi, you have to actually turn a little bit and then QiQi will home onto where she needs to be, or if you do that, she'll just go off into space. But you kind of learn how to do that with QiQi, and the same thing with QiQi, you kind of learn how to do that as well. Now the other tech along with her is that she can cancel out of anything that she has right now, include this, and go into her E. And the same thing goes for her Q. Now the cool thing about her E is her E actually has a just frame, which is pretty much a parry or a third strike parry or just defend, and KOF. You can't be hit during that. The same thing goes for Q. Most characters' Qs work like that. Some people have longer iframes than others, which is like QiQi's iframe. It takes like 3 seconds, so you can't be hit. But QiQi's pretty much is not as long. so you can't get hit out of it. Like, it's like the minute she puts it up and she does that little fortune preserver thing or whatever else, she can get knocked out of that, which is weird, but she can. Another tech that she has is that her short stature, stuff flies over her a lot, and it's funny. Like, if you get shot at, you or see certain things like archers or anything, they can literally miss her because she's short, which it's kind of funny, and it just does happen. So, how do you use her? So what we are gonna do is over the hill. I need to farm that, and it's very useful. Okay. What's cool about this game is this game has a lot of hidden tech for a lot of the characters. I don't want this to take forever, so let's just do 59. 69 just takes long for no reason. A lot of the characters have hidden tech and animation cancels that work outside of the game, that's not talked about in the game, and it just makes things more interesting and more fun. So we're gonna do majority of this dungeon as QiQi. Alright, so you see pretty much against electric, she screws electric and water because she can freeze them. And you're gonna notice what I'm doing right now is I'm using her dash and getting out, and then you see as soon as you hit the dash, she'll animation cancel and out of the dash and go right into actually hitting whoever's near her. So again, whenever I get stamina back, see that right there? That's animation canceling out of the dash. Alright, so let's do this. Freeze all them. Now, the way that you can use QiQi that makes it interesting is she's a stall character. So if anybody was hurt right now with that region, let me get somebody hurt. Come on, hit me. Come on, hit me, guys. Why are you looking at me? I said hit me. Don't hit that. Alright. So now we got this out, and you'll notice, like, they did all healing right back right away. It's like instantly. Now, the interesting is, if you want to, and especially if it's a dungeon that she's useful in, you don't even have to use anybody else. You can just, it takes longer, but it's actually safer because she, oh, I kept them frozen for a really long time. That's what it is. Alright, so then that's the nuke right there, and you see that it's super safe. Like, as long as you keep hitting and you're not frozen yourself, you really can't die for her, even in hard content, even when you're getting hit really hard. If you have her built properly and do enough damage, you can't die. Now the cool thing is you can always go and bring in and start using the elements with her. Start using swirl, start using super the conductive. Alright, we had that second right there where I can just go see super conduct. So even after that special, you can go right out of that special into actually, I just ran into that, into QiQi stuff. You know you're gonna do that, so I need you to back up off of here, buddy. Just get away from there. Alright, back to QiQi. And this guy, he's just chilling. I don't know what he's doing. Alright, so we're gonna do this again. We're gonna hit them with the nuke again to freeze everybody. That one guy, he thinks he's slick. He's not slick. And again, she's not DPS, but she does not have the opportunity to animation cancel into her charge attack. 1, 2, 3, charge attack. She's gonna use stamina, but she can't do the same thing QiQi does. And she has her little cute kid Naruto run, which is just hilarious. Whee! This is like like normally I don't like the little lolly characters, but she's a little girl that died and they brought her back, so I'm kind of sad for that. So it's like, don't touch my daughter. Her story is kind of sad, so I'm okay with it. QiQi though, QiQi is annoying. Ooh, martial artist cut. I actually need that. That's why I'm in here. Alright, so that's pretty much how you use QiQi. It's a super technical way. I'm kind of like using her in a highly technical way because you can just bash and you can kind of face roll with her and you'll be just fine. But this is the way that I'm using her. Use a high recharge, support the other team. If you lose anybody, what you can do is you can hit whatever button it is that you lost and give them some health food and resurrect that character. Then have QiQi do her little orb buff, and she pretty much heals everybody back to full relatively quick. And again, it's according to how much your talents are built up and how much attack that you have on QiQi. See, she can be hit right there, which is weird. Other characters have more leeway when it comes to that. Now I'll fight how I'm supposed to fight. Oh, everybody died. Like, this is how I'm supposed to fight. But this is about QiQi, so I was actually using her outside of what I would normally do. What are you doing over there? Cut it out. Freeze him. Knock him away a little bit. Stop it. Oh, I missed. Trying to get him too. They didn't pay attention to the buddy. Yeah. You're cute. Wrong person. Hold this. Oh, it's a lightning guy left. Doesn't matter. He's still gonna kill him. So yeah. So I'm using the elemental resonance team, which is pretty much wind, fire, ice, and lightning, and they do pretty well together. This is probably going to be my main team, like, period. I'm not gonna, they changed out of this team. There's no reason. Even if I get Vinci, I'm gonna put him in team 2 because Sucrose just does his job. And there's no reason for me to change out of her because I got her like talent 3 right now, and even if I get Vinci, he's gonna be 0 talented. So until I get him like maybe like Vinci talent 1, like he's not getting used. Same thing goes for Jean. Some characters are really good when it comes to being 0 talent, like QiQi here. QiQi is just good, period, because of all her hidden tech that people really don't pay attention to and talk about. Like, her hidden tech just makes her good regardless of whatever talent she has. But other characters don't have that fortune. Say like Ning. Ning needs... Ning, Noelle, Beidou, those characters, they all need more talents to really shine. Amber needs it too. Amber needs like all of hers, sadly. But it is what it is. So I will catch you guys next video. Be legendary. This one is about this very useful, nice young girl right here who does her thing. And I'll be coming with more character profiles in the future, but I only like to make character profiles on characters that I've actually leveled and know how to use properly and have tech. Like, I'm not just going to say, hey, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this, if I don't have literally like 100 hours playing the character. So that's the reason why this is taking longer than, say, other people, because I'm not just saying stuff to us on the site. I'm actually doing it. Catch you guys later. Peace.